All right, it's time to get Joey. It's time to get some corn. It's time to eat that corn from Joey's hole, because you know what? They scammed another customer. Review DKOldies scamming people USA. Oh, you're damn right. Every time this happens, I'm going to talk about it because it's time for some exposure.
Expose, 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 expose. Skip it up and that up.
So I talked about how Jacob R recently got his refurbished PS3, which looked awful, replaced by DKOldies, and guess what? The console they sent out to replace the other fat PS3 wasn't refurbished. Wow, I'm shocked. So I have been covering stories from whether it be smaller YouTubers or larger YouTubers because I just want to show that this is their MO. DKOldies says that they refurbish consoles. They don't just resell used crap. They say they refurbish them, and then you get them and they are not refurbished. And then they have the audacity, like Jacob R showed with the email, that they slap a sticker showing if you tampered with a used console, and if you open that sticker, it voids the year warranty they give with their products. They don't want you to see inside, is what it is, because they don't refurbish them, and they're getting insane profit margins because they don't have to pay for the manpower of actually refurbishing them, but they're telling you on social media that they're refurbishing them, and it drives me bonkers. Well, anyway, M Swizzle, another YouTuber over here, Everett. I don't know why I hear M Swizzle. I just want to pretend I'm scratching on a turntable. I'll have a link to his video below in the description. He got a Wii from DKOldies. Surprise! It's not refurbished. Ha ha! I'm so shocked. Ah! Alright, so let me take a sip of my coffee. We don't have to watch the full video here. I'll give you pieces of it. M Swizzle bought a cosmetically flawed Wii from DKOldies. Didn't even come with the power supply or anything. But it still said it was refurbished. So let's take a look at the quality craftsmanship, again, of DKOldies. I'm sure it's going to be squeaky clean inside of this console, right?
It's a little bit more interesting if it's cosmetically flawed, because I want to know what kind of cosmetic flaw there is. Although on the website it still says it is refurbished, so I'm interested to see.
Yeah, so there it is. It's no matter what they say, because if they could come back and argue, oh, his rich M Swizzles, his console was cosmetically flawed. What do you expect? You said it's still refurbished. I expect there not to be, like, yellow dust on the fan. You'll see that in a second.
Which might be the cosmetic flaw. We've got a lot of scratches.
So you're going to see the console is beat up. But like I said with the PlayStation 3 from Jacob R, if the inside was repasted and the dust was cleaned out and it was actually refurbished, so what? I mean, Jesus Christ, the Wii is what? 18 years old, 2000, whatever. It's like, it's going up in 15, 16, 17 years old. I can't math. So I'm not expecting the outside to look super shiny like you're just taking it, like you're buying one new in box. But it's what's inside that was cleaned out that counts. And like we've seen, it's never clean inside. And that's the most important part.
Some stickiness. Alright, so it's obviously cosmetically flawed as we expected, but
refurbished. Why is it sticky? What would it have taken to put some like alcohol in a cloth and rub off the stickiness? Jesus, man.
Apart from that, if this works, it's not terrible look. Like, it's not horrid. Buttons feel okay.
There's our don't tamper with it sticker. Did you see that? Oh, you tampered with it. We can't take it back. They said that to Jacob R in an email. But they were like, oh, we'll be nice to you, though. And like, I'm paraphrasing, but not by much. And we'll help you out this one time.
It has this front part right here. So that's still pretty good. But it is pretty dusty. I can slide my finger and get some dust. It's kind of dusty.
It's dusty. The outside. You could get this cloth and go, look. The dust on the outside is gone. What did that take? Here, I'm going to dust this Game Boy. Look, it's dusted off. The dust is gone. What was that? I even got to get angry with a bird. I still had that much time. They're not even doing that. They're not even dusting the goddamn outside off. Holy crap, let's go.
The warranty sticker. And once again, here are these scratches up close. Obviously, there are going to be scratches. It is cosmetically.
Alright, yeah, alright, cosmetically flawed. I give this guy credit. He's trying to be objective, which there's a lot of people on the internet that do not do that. That's really cosmetically flawed, though. That's like Joey put sandpaper against his ass and rubbed the Wii against his ass. Oh, he's like, oh, this is just like a magic eraser. It's the same thing, except it's my cheeks. And it's sand. Sand against Joey's cheeks. Cleaning the Wii. That's a thing I thought of. Let's go.
Also, I'm not sure if you can see, but there is a lot of gunk.
That is a fan that can be reached with a Q-tip from the outside. You wouldn't even have to open up that console. The fan is not clean. They refurbish all. They said this. They refurbish all of their consoles. But I guess a fan with yellow caked on dust is, you know, taking a Q-tip to that and just squeezing it through the black holes right there would have just been too much.
We might just have to open this up. Alright, I say we go ahead and boot it up and see if it works. Well, it boots up, so let's try it. Hit A. So this was a factory reset system, and I'm actually a bit shocked that they even do that.
Or if there's a clock battery inside of the Wii. Let me look that up, actually. I probably should have done that before the video. Yes, I just looked into it. There is a CR2032 battery. There's a compartment, I think, on the bottom of the Wii. I will bet money that they never replaced that battery and his system wasn't factory reset. The battery just died. They didn't. That wasn't them being courteous and factory resetting it for you. It just, the battery under it died. They ain't even cleaning the fan with a Q-tip from the outside. You think they're changing the battery in one of these systems? Get lost.
I mean, this is what to expect from a working Wii. Now the bigger test, and it looks pretty bad, honestly. I think that's because my adapter isn't great, so that's probably for the quality part of this. But let's try a disc, check what system version it's on, test if everything works, and then if it all does, we might be able to give DKOldies a pass, unless we open the console, which we might have to do. So as you'd expect, we're on version 4.3. That is all normal. That is the latest one, actually.
Okay, so he's going through. The console power's on, we see that. Let's get to the part where he puts a disc in, and it seems like it's struggling.
Ooh. Take the disc, and it's trying to read it. It's trying to read it. Trying to read it. And it can read it. That's a good sign, isn't it? The Wii sounds really weird. It sounds like just louder than normal. That could just be me being skeptical, though. The name is M Swizzle.
From what my audience said, I don't remember off the top of my head, that took an extraordinarily long time for the disc to load. I can't confirm or deny this because I haven't had my Wii to check it out and see how long it takes to load a game up on the Wii, but I do remember that seeming longer than normal and games loading on my Wii quicker. But let's continue. I can't hold that against him. I can't prove it myself with a Wii to test out.
So that would make it so much more stressful, but I took pictures and videos I will show on the screen. First, the biggest problem was the fan.
Yep, like I said, look at the dust right here. Look at the dust. That's smoker's dust too. That's like, dust is dust. Yeah, it could clog up things and make things not run as efficient. But when you have like the smoker's dust, that starts to wear at components, and a lot of times back in the that kills belts. Smoker's dust, especially back in like the compact cassette and VCR days, and anything that had belts, or even on that CD player, or a turntable. Smoker's dust with the nicotine in it and the other chemicals. Oh my god, it just destroys components. And just for them to sell something and say it's refurbished like that, with that kind of disgusting caked on dust, shame on them, man. Shame on them.
There was so much disgusting gunk on there. It could've, should've, and says it was clean. It wasn't. I went ahead and cleaned it. Now the weird thing is, I saw that gunk before I even opened the Wii. So did they not see it? I don't know. And then after that, the case had a lot of dust.
Yeah, it just so happens that every single console that's sent to every single YouTuber, and people that even aren't YouTubers talking about it now on social media, that get these consoles that are obviously not refurbished. It's just a coincidental oversight by DKOldies. All of their consoles are refurbished. Just the people that publicly complain about them are the only ones. Come on, man. There's people who are buying into the sticker bullshit, okay, where, oh, it has a sticker, we can't tamper with it, but they give a year warranty. Think about this. I may have said it in another video, but I'm going to say it again because I know this brings in a different audience. Here's what they're doing. They're getting these consoles, they're literally lying that they're refurbishing them. That allows them to jack up the prices because it's like, oh, I'm spending a lot of money, but I know it's a premium for refurbished console. Then what they're doing to intimidate people, because even in the States, some other countries that sticker actually is valid, but in the States it no longer is. You can't have a void warranty if tampered with sticker. A lot of people in the States don't know that, especially the audience that they cater to on TikTok, DKOldies that is. So they don't refurbish the console. They slap a sticker on to make you think they're refurbishing the console. That sticker also scares people off from going inside of it. And then they make people feel safe. Don't worry, we'll give you a year warranty. Even though we never went inside of it. That's the way they could get away with it because, oh, you'll have a year warranty, so you're covered. So they lie to you, get the profit, and this sticker protects them, until recently, against the lie. I'm speculating, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they're doing.
It wasn't actually very dirty inside, but you can tell it was not cleaned or even opened, which is totally fine. But if you're not going to open it, just don't say that you are and that you're cleaning them if you're not going to do that. People on eBay don't always clean out the consoles. People on
eBay aren't mostly, like, if you're buying from an independent seller or even a business, they aren't saying that they're refurbishing them and cleaning them. And if they are and they're not, they're getting called out for it, I hope anyway. Stuff slips through the cracks. Like, the person I bought my Wii from had almost 100% rating. It was like a 99.83 positive rating. And I bought they said it was complete in box, not new in box. They didn't lie about that. Unused Wii. I take this thing out of the box. It looks like someone sanded the whole thing down with a magic eraser. And this apparently complete in box, unused Wii U, I think I may have said Wii before, was used, and it had a parental code on it. I go back to the seller. I don't know why I'm going off on this side story, but it kind of ties into the whole how DKOldies does things and how this seller was shady. I go back to the seller. I'm like, how is this thing never used? And it's all scratched up. And on top of it, there's a parental code. She's like, oh, don't worry. The parental code is this. I'm like, I thought you said this thing was never touched. I thought you said it was unused. How did you know the parental code? Maybe she's working for DKOldies now. I don't know, but even high-rated sellers sometimes you can't trust. But I would trust someone on eBay over DKOldies at this point. How many times have they been caught lying? So again, here is DKOldies saying that whether it's cosmetically flawed or not, that they're cleaning out these consoles, they're doing what needs to be done, they're replacing lasers, they're cleaning lasers, they're replacing components inside of them, they've showed videos of them doing this, and they're not doing any of that. They're not doing it. I think the only ones they do that with is the videos where they're like, hey, we're refurbishing a console because we need to make this damage control short, or YouTube video. Everything else, they're just slapping a sticker where a screw hole is and throwing them out the door. And like, yeah, don't worry about it. Even though we didn't refurbish it, you have a year warranty. And you know what's funny is, I bet they also bank on too, because their audience is probably like people who haven't touched a gamepad since 1998. They're like, oh, I remember back in the day I used to play Metal Gear Solid on the PS1. And that's like, they'll buy a PS1, buy Metal Gear Solid, play it once, and never touch it again. But, oh, wait, they have the year warranty. Yeah, they stopped playing it 2 weeks after they got the console. That year warranty means nothing to them. And I guarantee you DKOldies counts on that. And now they're getting exposed for all this, whereas before they didn't. And instead of addressing it, they're just continuing to do business as usual, which is them lying to the customer, and are just trying to suppress anyone who's calling them out. But don't worry, we're going to continue to do so, Joey. I'm here for you! This is Rich of ReviewTechUSA signing out. Have a good one. Refurbished my ass, man. Ugh.